How's it going, fellas? My name is Quidsdrop, and welcome back to another futures analysis for it's going to be Wednesday, June 16th, 2021. So, jumping into things, wait, let me make sure I'm recording. All right. So, jumping into things, we have a one second. All right, I got my other headphone on now. So, jumping into things, let's see. In the middle of the night, I believe we left off somewhere up here. We had just broken on top of this trend line, if I correctly believe, and we mustered some momentum, but we couldn't hold into the early hours of the day, and we broke down. So what I'm seeing here is this original peak from a downtrend, this rally. It's sort of cooling off. We'll see where this takes us. It could take us to another spike down or a slow curve up, but we are following a bit of a widening channel sort of thing going on here. Oh, Lord, that's definitely not it. Hold on. Let me just grab this. Looks a little something like this. So we're following this sort of channel pattern that you can see here. We can probably extend it back just a little bit too and cross some other different points. But we're following this sort of channel here. So we're widening off in the middle. We're trading towards the mean. Where it's, really any direction here, but my best bet here is based on the momentum slowing down here, and we've hit, support several times in this zone right here. I feel like it's a pretty decent bet that we're going to continue upward from here, and if we don't, it's not going to be a straight drop down, hopefully. We'll just have to see what volume does in the morning. But the NASDAQ futures, we took a bit of a nosedive this morning. I did say that we would come down, I believe, after this big spike. I didn't know how bad, but it was pretty bad. We returned back to this nice support and resistance area. We've taken support down on this line here, which is really good, and we're already starting to curl back around for some more healthy price action. So what we're going to be wanting to look for here is another spike up until we can find another solid resistance zone that we can sit on top of, like this, before we can continue higher. We don't like to see these big jumps and these big downs, because after these big jumps, you're more likely to come down. People are going to be selling all of their calls and everything, so it's, it's just kind of supply and demand type stuff. But anyways, we're watching for this to sort of come up and hit this resistance, and then we can create a more stable trading pattern to continue upwards. But for now, we've just got one leg in any pattern that could be formed. This could form into a triangle, a double bottom. It could form into, really anything you can think of. But like I said, what we're looking for the bullish is, to come up, touch down, come back up. Bearish-wise, we're going to break down out of this sort of rectangle here, and if we sell off really early into the morning, that momentum could take us as low as like 13,942. So just be watching for that in the morning. It's going to be pretty interesting. Oh yeah, and as for the larger cup and handle pattern, we are actually forming that. So you can see that, about wiggity-boggity-bam, and then we come down wiggity-boggity-bam. So, yeah. For the Dow futures, let's take a look. So we have we have a upper and lower boundary here on this trend. So you can see that the upper boundary is loosely formed, something like this. It's much more easier to actually draw this out in a curve because it conforms to the curve more nicely. So if I draw something like this, you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Oh, that's actually not as great of an example as I thought it would be. Hold on. So from, it's probably easier to just, so from here downward, we're following this nice perfect straight line. I lied about the curve. But we're trying to break out of this channel right now. We're trading perfectly towards the mean of this channel. So it's really any direction from here, like the others. But considering that we're coming off of a recent high point, this could just be the leg down for the leg up sort of thing. We come down and then come back up. We've retraced about 50% of what the previous trend was, so if we don't start heading upward now, it's unlikely to be that. But we've got a fairly low momentum downtrend in the short term, so it's not too hard to break that up in the morning. So if we get some bullish price action, it may be easy for us to overtake this green line and continue back upward. It's, hard to say, but if we see some volume and some green volume at that, and we start to curl upward and we break past and continue upward, that'd be really nice. But also on the put side, if we continue following this trend downward, it's also nice to see. And that's going to be about it for this one. If you guys enjoyed, let me know. Have a nice day and goodbye.